Despite you are still chosen. Nazareth. Can anything good come from there? Nathanael asked. Come and see, said Philip. John 1:46. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. Ephesians 2:10. Despite you are still chosen. Your life may be a mess, but you are still chosen. You may not seem to be the best, but you are still chosen. You may seem to be the least, but you are still chosen. You may seem to be so weak, but you are still chosen. You may seem to be so inadequate, but you are still chosen. You may not have made yet the first step from sin to grace, but you are still chosen. Can any good thing come from Nazareth? A life full of mess and imperfection, and life that is broken and barren, a life that is full of rejection. Yes, despite you are still chosen. With God, all things are possible. If Jesus could turn the water to wine, if Gideon from a coward could be transformed to a mighty warrior, if David, called from the backside of the desert as a shepherd, could be made a king, if Paul, a persecutor of the Christians and the gospel of Jesus Christ, could be used to preach the gospel for which he once criticized, if Peter, from a man of fear to a man of faith, could proclaim with boldness Jesus Christ, who he once denied, then despite you are still chosen. Is there anything too hard for God? With God, all things are possible. God can turn it, because despite the current circumstances, you are still chosen. Your past, your history, or your present is not your destiny, despite how messy it seems. There is a message in it. Do not settle, but resist the devil. Submit to God. Come into agreement with your Creator concerning His plan for your life, according to the full volume of the book He has written concerning you, and according to that book that He has written. He says in Jeremiah 29:11, for He knows the thoughts He has towards you. It's good and not evil. It's hope and a good future. Therefore, nothing works against you, but all things work for your good and for His glory, because despite it, you are still chosen. He has created, called, and chosen you, despite it all, to be that message and that masterpiece that reflect His glory. Your mess is not a mistake, but it is all for God's glory. I sure do hope by this word of encouragement that you were challenged, you were strengthened, you were encouraged to rise, and be reminded that despite, you are still chosen. Shalom.